morning. Good morning. Thank you for the heart meme. Good morning, Holly. How are you today? Good morning, Lindsay. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Sue. I'm okay. Got a really bad headache. Really bad headache. Yeah, I am. I'm doing okay, Septum. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. My head hurts, Lindsay. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, I know some of you know I have a seizure disorder because of the fluid on my head, and I had a small seizure in the middle of the night last night. It wasn't too major. It wasn't a grandma seizure, but I did have a light seizure last night, and so my head really hurts this morning. But I'm okay. I contacted my neurologist last night because we do have their after hour number, and I'm going to be going back to see him next week. And I guess we're going to have to go ahead and schedule the shunt surgery. It'll be all right. I mean, it's not the first time it's happened. I have them. It's just, it's been some years since I had one. And it could have a lot to do with the straining that happens with my head whenever I am coughing really hard. That's what they had told my husband. When I'm coughing really hard, it strains. And, we have blood vessels in our head, just like we do other parts of our body. And it could have just triggered something. I don't know. But it could have been worse. It could absolutely have been worse. It's Friday, though. Happy Friday, everybody. Good morning, Emily. Me too, Sue. Me too. Happy Friday, Sherry. Oh, I am too. Lindsay Ann, I am too. Heck yes, Teresa. Good morning, silly Sally girl. I have a training this afternoon. And then it's the weekend. Good morning, Christy. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Let me grab my charger really quick. Oh. Good morning, W. No, I don't want to battle you. Good motherfucking morning. Hi, Kimberly. Hey, Sue. I'm just plugging in my charger. Yeah, I've got one parakeet now. And then I have my cockatiel. I used to have 2 parakeets. I'm feeling alright. I had a rough night last night. I got up here and laid down to go to bed, and around 1 o'clock this morning, I guess it was, I don't know, it was crazy. I had a light seizure last night in the middle of the night. It was not anything super bad, super major. It was, it's not going to stay. It was not a grandma seizure. It was a very light seizure. My husband was able to wake up. He was able to get me through it. I just have a really bad headache this morning, and I'm going to my neurologist next week. So I'm going to be fine. But my head today, that's a different story. And that was the first one I had. Oh, I'm yawning. Sorry, that was the first one I had in a few years. But it's okay, y'all. It's okay. I mean, it's not the first time, and I'm super tough. We have an after-hours number when it comes to my neurologist, and my husband spoke with him first last night, and then I was able to speak with him. And when I'm coughing really, really hard like this, we have blood vessels in our head and our brains just like we do throughout the rest of our body. And whenever I'm coughing really hard like that, the reason we sometimes get headaches from coughing really hard is because we are straining the muscles in our head to have those coughing fits. Well, it's kind of like straining blood vessels at the same time. And it could have just been that the constant, excessive pressures from coughing like that could have caused it. Yeah, that's kind of how he was explaining things last night. Once this headache goes away, though, I mean, I honestly wouldn't even be able to tell that it happened. How is everybody this morning? I do have something I want to talk about, but I mean, I hope everybody saw the trigger warning in the headline for this live. Did you message me, Waterfall? I didn't get any messages unless it went into my... Well, no, I didn't get any requests either. But I'm glad you're okay now. Something I want to talk about this morning is the proven effects that can happen as a result of bullying. Whether it is bullying in schools, whether it is bullying in your personal life, or it is cyberbullying. And there are a lot of news stories out there that are linked to TikTok where cyberbullying has been happening and people have been pushed too far. And because of that, those same people are not with us anymore. So again, the headline is in the video, but I'm going to say it once more. Trigger warning. Many people know that I lost my dad to addiction, but he unalived himself. And it is a very sensitive topic for me. Good morning, happy mama. But what a lot of people don't know is my senior year of high school, Ringo's about to get loud because DoorDash is probably here. But my senior year of high school, I had to be admitted into a facility because I tried to make the decision that my time on this earth had come to an end. I was not in a good place mentally. I wasn't. Good morning, Mama D. I only spent a week in that facility, and they wound up sending me home, which was shocking because they usually hold you for 30 days. But I was not good back then. And I honestly did not care because it didn't feel like anybody else did. My dad had abandoned me. My mom held my dad's problems against me. I'm sorry if y'all hear him barking, y'all. I had just lost my uncle. My best friend had moved away. I mean, there was a lot going on there. It was a lot. And I was just in a very deep state of depression. But bullying is one of the biggest reasons that people get put into a dark place. And cyberbullying has been proven to impact people's mentality worse than the bullying that happens in the personal lives. When it happens in your personal life, you can go home and somewhat get away from it. But when it happens on the internet, you have those comments, those messages that you can go back and look at over and over and over again, respond to, which antagonizes the situation and keeps it going. Cyberbullying is a big deal. Even on those troll accounts, those people are people and they have lives. Some of them have children, some of them have grandchildren, some of them have spouses. There are things that I've said and done on this app that I'm not proud of. And I am never going to be perfect. None of us are. But I want to be better. I genuinely do. I want to do better. I want to make people smile. And I want to make people laugh. It's not, homegirl. You're absolutely right. I'm not giving attention to the hate anymore. I'm not giving attention to the negativity anymore. I do plan for who is behind the Judge Judy account and who I feel like they're probably behind some of these others, but we only have proof of the Judge Judy account. I do plan for that to come out tonight. I've already reached out to Stewie and the other person because that's not something that needs to be kept quiet, but we also have to approach it very carefully for very important reasons. But what's happening is bullying. And some of us are strong, some of us are thick-skinned, and some of us are not. But even the most thick-skinned people, you can only push so far. I said it last night. I deal with a lot in life, and I know so many of us do. But I am so mentally exhausted in my personal life. And I come on this app to pull away from that, to ignore that for a little while, and to smile and laugh and make people feel better. And if I have ever, in any way, shape, or form, hurt you or offended you or put you into a bad mental state, I am so sincerely and incredibly sorry because it's not okay. But the reason that I put a trigger warning on this video is because there are a few stories that I want to share with you guys just from within the last few years, just to show you how serious cyberbullying actually is. Hold, please. Oh, I can never figure this out. This is Adriana Kush from New Jersey, who passed away, who took her own life because bullying in school was brought to the internet. She couldn't get away from it. It was brought to TikTok specifically. She was 14 years old, y'all. 14 years old, and she's not the only one. This is what happens with cyberbullying. 23-year-old takes his own life live on TikTok after being the victim of cyberbullying. This person put themselves in a not great situation, from what it says. I don't know the whole story behind it. But at this point, all I can say is they were bullied online, and this pushed them to taking their own life. This happened in 2023, y'all. 2023. A young woman, 30 years old, in Malaysia, took her own life after being a victim of cyberbullying for months on TikTok. I completely understand, Miss Mary. This is why I've said trigger warning many times and why I put trigger warning in the headline of my video. But this needs to be said. "15-year-old teenager, 2021, because of cyberbullying on TikTok. Is that enough proof for you people that things like this happen? That's only 4 stories. Like, do you have any idea how many more there are out there? It is depressing to see how many there are out there. That is from cyberbullying. That is from people being pushed too far. Some of these people were pushed by troll accounts, by fake accounts that were just harassing them. The way that these fake accounts are harassing me and my friends and so many others. Good morning, Cece. There are, Lisa Blue, so many stories like this. It is unreal. Unreal. Hi, Cheryl. So let me ask you people, when are we going to be the difference? When are we going to make that difference? I know it's hard to ignore it, but sometimes the greatest accomplishments are the most challenging accomplishments. Sometimes the most impactful accomplishments are the most challenging accomplishments. And something's got to give. Something's got to change. Something has got to happen. We have got to do better. You're right. We can't make other people stop doing it. But this falls back into God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change and to find the strength and courage to change the things that I can. And there are things that we can change within ourselves in our own actions and behaviors. And one of the ways that we can help to stop it is to stop giving it attention. Stop giving it attention. Even just acknowledging a single comment in the chat is giving it attention. Don't bring attention to it. Just block it, which deletes the comment. Just block it. It absolutely does. If you guys do your research, take a look at W's comment. If you do your research, even when you're behind these troll accounts, you can be found within a matter of minutes and charges can be pressed. When you are threatening to go after people's jobs, do you realize that that is 100% doxing. Do you realize that is 100% defamation because you are impacting someone's financial well-being? That is a crime. And do you know it doesn't take but a push of a button for them to figure out who you are from your IP address, fake account or not? And I'm just going to let y'all know, I went ahead and repaid for my membership to been verified, and you can search usernames on there too to find out who people are, because I am done. I don't care how much money I have to pay. I am done. I'm done. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to make video after video about you. I'm not going to host lives about you. I'm just going to take your information. I'm going to run it. I'm going to pass it along to the authorities, and I'm going to let you get dealt with. And you think that you are invincible? Fuck around and find out. Fuck around and find out. Randy Tandy, guess what? You're another one of those people where I'm just going to block. And just an FYI, I have never, ever, ever, ever been what you just accused me of being. And you will never convince me otherwise, because I know my heart and God knows my heart. You're just trying to run your mouth. And at the end of the day, you're right, Vicky. There are a lot of people that support those pages. And from now on, when I see pages like this, if I see you're following them, not if they're following you, but you're following them, it's an immediate block. An immediate block. You're right, Steffi. I'm not. But, I mean, Boss Lady's not gone. Boss Lady is on her backup account, her son's account. This has nothing to do with, well, I mean, it does have something to do with her to an extent, but I don't even want to see her name anymore. I don't want to see her name in my chat. I don't want to talk about her in my videos or in my lives. I don't want to give her any attention because she doesn't deserve that, y'all. The more we comment her name, the more we say her name out loud, that is her winning. That is her getting what she wants. Stop it. We all have to stop it. We can make a change, but we have to stop feeding into the bullshit. She does, Beans. She loves it when people says her name. She gets off on it. She doesn't need a rose toy. She gets off on every time somebody says her name on this app. It's disgusting. To see how many people have lost their beautiful lives over stuff like this, just, it devastated me. It devastates me. I have 2 beautiful kids, and I have raised them to be kind to everyone. And I have raised them that if someone is not kind to them, walk away. Still be kind. Like I said, if I have ever said or done anything that has hurt your feelings in any way, that has offended you, I am so sorry. Now, I will also say this. There are people I have blocked that I'm not unblocking. I'm sorry if I've ever hurt your feelings or said anything to offend you. I am sorry, but I have you blocked for my own personal peace. I have you blocked because you participate in things that I don't align with, and you will stay blocked. Thank you, Brooke. Thank you. But I'm just me. I'm just me. I'm not the most beautiful person. I'm not the skinniest person. I don't have any top teeth. I don't always comb my hair every day. I haven't worn makeup in a very long time. I don't have the nicest clothes. I don't have the nicest vehicle. But I'm trying. I get up every day And I go to work to provide a good life for my kids, to put a roof over my kids' heads, to put food in their stomach. I pray every morning and I pray every night, and I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like everybody else. Mindy, you're just laughable at this point. I'm going to pray for you, Mindy, because I think that's truly what you need is prayers. No one's so listen, I promise you guys that BL will never take my shine. This is not about BL. BL is dust in the wind to me. She doesn't exist in my life. I don't watch her. People send me stuff. Majority of the time, I just close the messages. And just so y'all know, that's not me being disrespectful. It's I don't want to hear her voice. I don't want to hear what she has to say. She's not a good person. And I don't want that energy in my life. Homegirl, same. I can say 100% without a shadow of a doubt that my children have never bullied anybody. You could talk to their principals at every school they've ever been to, and they will tell you my kids are good kids. My kids go above and beyond to help others. My son, when he was in first grade, started going without a snack to give his snack to other people who didn't have one. And he did this for weeks before I found out. So then I started sending him with a snack for himself and extra snacks for others, and he still does that to this day. My son is constantly lending a helping hand. My son has come home crying before because people have bullied him or people have bullied others, and he saw them sad. My daughter, she's almost 16 and has never bullied anyone. She's been bullied, but she walks away. I did not mean to invite you, whoever you are, Crystal. Please don't. But if that doesn't say something about me as a person and the way that I've raised my kids, like I'm not a bully, and I don't want to ever intentionally hurt someone. But the fact that so many people are out there trying to intentionally hurt me, and some of you people that are participating that I have been there for when nobody else was, just because I don't want anything to do with you anymore, because of your own actions and behaviors. But do you see me dragging your name all up and down this app? No. Yet you're participating in dragging my name and my friends' names. Me and my friends don't even speak on you guys, and yet you're dragging us up and down this app. The things that took place last night are not okay. It's not okay. And I know Stewie acts like these things don't bother her, but I know it does. And that hurts my heart. Thank you, Sugar Skulls. You guys do not have to give me. I want y'all to think about those 4 people that I showed in those articles. I want you to say their names out loud. And then if you still don't believe that things like that happen, do your own research. Thank you for the hand, heart, green eyes. Thank you for the heartbeat. Do your research. I promise you could just invest 5 minutes of your day into researching that. You will be floored. I agree, Vicky. I think that some people want to push others to that point. And it's not a good headspace to be in. I've been there. I have the medical records to prove it. It is so weird that people want to push a person to that point. Regardless of how you feel about someone on the internet, they are still somebody's mother. They are still somebody's daughter. They are still somebody's sister, cousin, friend. All right, I am going to address this comment. Slim picking, you know what? You're right. You're right. Months ago, I said some things about Mandy that I have apologized for. I have spoken to Mandy about it. Do you realize that Mandy is in my inbox right now wanting me to unblock her because she misses watching me, because she knows that that's not my heart? But what you don't realize is I apologized, and I haven't done it again, and I haven't participated in any of those conversations again. I told you, I'm human, and I've made mistakes, but the difference between you and I is I'm trying to change, and you're clearly not. Goodbye. I don't agree with the things that Mandy does. I don't. But I'm also not going to participate in conversations where people's appearances or anything like that are being discussed anymore. I'm not. Anna8899 publicly multiple times. Tell me that you haven't done your research without telling me you haven't done your research. Hey, if you're going to come in here on a fake account, request a box. Request a box. If you're going to come in here on a fake account and talk your shit, request a box and talk your shit. Do it. I dare you, because you won't, because you're a fucking coward. Every single one of you are cowards. But this platform is taking a change of direction, and I'm about to start calling every single one of these people out. Every single one of them. Robert, request a box. Request a box with your fake profile photo, your fake account. Request a box. Come in on your real page. I dare you. I dare you. If you can come in on your real page and request a box and turn your camera on, I will mute and I will let you say whatever the hell it is that you want to say to me. I can take it. Good morning, Mimi. I can take it. Come on. come in on your real accounts, request a box, turn your camera on, and let's talk about it. Come on, Smokey Jones. Come on. Come on. Come on, Buck. Come on. On a real account. Yeah, I'm going to block the fake accounts because no face, no case. It's a bunch of trolls, but it is what it is. The person behind the majority of it is going to be exposed tonight. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of you are going to be so shocked because it's somebody that comes in a lot of your lives. It's somebody that has been exposed before, but nobody believed it. But this time we have proof. No, not Crystal Shell Shock. I don't know because I have to talk to Stewie and one other person before I say anything. But it's going to be said. And it's not something that I'm going to talk about for hours on end. I'm going to say who it is and I'm going to call it a night. And I'm going to spend time with my kids playing board games and card games. I'm going to spend time making skincare and wax melts. But I'm telling you right now, I will no longer even sit in a box if conversations are being held where people's looks are being discussed, where people are being attacked. Like, I don't want any part of it. I don't want any part of it. But the people that are doing it, I will start calling people out. Those stories that I read, and like I said, there are so more. That breaks my heart. That's not okay. Hey, Jessica Jane. It's not okay. You people want to come at someone like me when there are people like Gabby out there. There are people like the person that's going to be exposed tonight out there. There are people that are legitimately, purposely having a negative impact on the lives of others. I don't know, Gina. I have to talk to Stewie and another person. But I will say, like I said, when I go live to put this out there, it's not something I'm going to draw out for hours and hours because they don't deserve that. They don't deserve that much attention from me. Shell Shock, you've been working so hard. I get that, Melana. It can be very triggering. Very triggering. I am a very funny person. And I'm typically a very positive person. I don't know how long some of you have been following me, but I used to get on here and smile and spread so much positivity, and this app, it's not going to change me. It's not. These hateful, disgusting people, I will invest in every platform I have to. Running your usernames, running every piece of information I get, and blasting your ass, because people like that are who deserve to be blasted. People that are purposely trying to push someone over the edge. Gina. Thank you for saying that, Gina. I really, I needed to read that. I needed to read that. It's gonna be told, Jennifer. I'm just exhausted, y'all. I'm exhausted. You know, it's funny. When people are alive, the ones that should don't call and check on them. People push them around, people bully them, attack them, antagonize them. But when those people pass away, everybody comes running like they care. Everybody comes running like they care. When you live with a health condition that could knock you out of this world in the drop of a hat, you think about things a little bit differently. Thank you for the shamrock, Smiley. Last night, when or after I had my seizure, I couldn't go back to sleep because my head hurt so bad. And I laid and just thought about things and thought and thought. I know it is what it is. I know that's very true. It's just, it's not just me, you know? It's things that I've been seeing happen to other people. It's things that I thought about last night that have been happening to other people. I don't know how many of you have ever experienced a seizure before, but when it's happening, you're not aware of what's going on. But it's very scary when you come to, because those few short minutes that you're seizing, when you come to and you realize that there was a point in time that you had no idea what was going on, that time period feels like forever. And it's scary. Because my husband, Tatted, my husband was with me. My husband woke up while it was happening. It's not the first time I've had one. He also has, I have had grandma seizures too, homegirl. My husband has grandma seizures, but neither one of us had had one in a year, or not in a year, in years. That's normal, Seymour Butts. Yeah, I've done it, and so has my husband. We've both done it. And like I said, this, like last night, this wasn't a grandma seizure. It was a light seizure. Stress can cause them, but I think a part of why I had mine is because, like I was saying earlier, I've had this really hard, extensive, consistent cough, and we have blood vessels all through our body, just like we have blood vessels in our head. And when we cough, we strain the muscles in our head, but we're also straining those blood vessels, and I think that that also triggered something. You're right, Boop Snoops. You're right. It's possible, Happy Mama. I'll never forget my first seizure. I remember feeling so weird before and just dizzy and lightheaded. And I was actually being treated for vertigo at that point. And my husband was in our bedroom and the door was locked and he was asleep. And I don't know why the door was locked. But I remember beating on the bedroom door saying, I need my medicine. I need my medicine. Like my head is so dizzy. And then next thing you know, I'm in the floor. And I open my eyes and I have paramedics around me, my husband around me, my dog at the time around me, police officers around me. I remember the first time I saw my husband have a seizure. We were in the bed. And we had another German Shepherd at the time, Trixie, and she was sleeping in the middle of us. And I heard my husband making a weird noise and the bed was shaking. His mouth was making a weird noise, like he was choking. And I turned the light on and it was scary. He was seizing. So I called 911. And the image of him laying there like that, the way, like it's never gone away. But mine is not something that will be forever. You know, once I have this shunt put in and my fluid starts to drain, I will get better, but the damage that's been done over the last few years will never go away. It's not reversible. And that's the scariest part for me. I will tell you too, and this is going to sound so silly to people who don't get it, but I've been trying really hard to grow my hair out, which is why I got this perm, because I couldn't do anything with it, you know, and I thought maybe just being able to wet it and scrunch it would be easier to get through these awkward stages. But then I got to thinking the other day, why am I worried about growing my hair out when they're just going to shave my head anyway? They're going to shave that whole side of my head. And I know that is so vain and that is so pathetic. But it's also not fair. Thank you, Hope. And yeah, you're right. Part of why I'm so emotional today is because from having a seizure, but it's also because I've just had enough. I've had enough. I don't want to leave this earth. With people looking at me as if I'm some type of evil person that I know I'm not. I'm not leaving the app. I'm not taking a break. I don't need a, like, y'all don't know that if I take a break from this app, then guess what? I'm not escaping the stuff from my reality. And that's not going to help me. I know it would help some people. I do agree. But it's not going to help me.
Hey,
Okay?
I love you. Because their phone number was doxed. And if anybody is in here that's doing that, uh, I mean, we are grown adults. What is wrong with you? Honestly, what is wrong with you? And Raggedy, I'll talk to you more about that off the app. But I don't understand this mentality. And there's a phrase that I've heard several times that if we're stating facts, it's not bullying. That is absolutely not true. And first of all, you better make sure that you have the facts in the first place. But for grown adults to be dragging anybody on this app is just absolutely not acceptable. It's not acceptable. And, when these accounts come up that are doing this, block them. Don't entertain it. Don't give them the views. Don't keep going back to it. Just block them and move on.
Don't even acknowledge it. Last night I was in Stewie's live and there was a hateful comment that came through and I didn't even say anything to it. I just, the more people that see those words, the more people that get hurt.
It just shocks me that these are grown people, grown, and we're all, teaching our kids, not to bully and the damage it can do. And yet they're turning around and doing that.
Yeah, kids today are more mature than adults, that's for sure.
But you're absolutely right. There's story after story after story on this app of people who have hurt themselves and unalived themselves because of the bullying that they receive on social media. And it's not right. It's not acceptable.
I'm asking for much, asking to have fun with my friends. Like I don't understand why people have such a problem with that.
Well, and you just need to continue doing that, having fun with your games, having fun with your prank phone calls, having fun with farts in a jar, and just keep moving forward and not give it any attention. You make so many people on this app laugh and forget about, the crap that they have going on in their real life. I was bugging you the other day about games and, I want to help you with games. But, I was having a really hard time that day. And I just wanted an escape from what's happening here with my health. And I wanted that to look forward to. And that's what you do for people on this app. Making people laugh on here, it goes such a long way.
I just don't understand. I really don't. I don't. I don't get it, and I probably never will, to be honest. But this app used to be so different.
It really did. I mean, you could spill tea on somebody and it not necessarily be bullying anybody. You're just given the tea on what's going on this app, but it's just been turned into, not from you, but from other people, so horribly toxic. And I don't understand it. I don't understand it in this particular community as well, because a lot of us are in recovery. And, I've always said all along, you could be jeopardizing somebody's sobriety or, pushing them to do something to themselves that causes them not to be here anymore. And I could never be that person responsible for pushing somebody to that point.
I repeat.
Exactly, Kim. Fun banter. But everything has just been taken to a whole different level on this app.
And that's what's crazy, Nikki. That when people feed off of your triggers, that's how you know that they want to push you over the edge. They want to push you to the point that your existence is no longer here on this earth. And that's what bothers me the most. That there are people out there like that have no boundaries, they have no limits. But here's the thing. Um, I've had people come to me and try and convince me that all of this is because of accountability. And I want to say publicly on my platform, I think accountability is a great example of people who can expose and call people out but have boundaries. It's not him. He actually reached out to me this morning, and I have a lot of respect for that. It's not him, y'all. Believe it or not, he does have boundaries. He does not invest that much time and energy into looking into people like that. He's actually not a bad person. He's very nice, to be honest, and you just you have to get to know somebody, and you have to really listen. Stop focusing on what it is that they're saying that you don't agree with or you don't like. Because what people don't understand is we are all human and we all think differently and we all have different opinions. And that's okay. It's okay. We're not always going to agree with every single thing that another person says or does, and that's okay. But it's the way that we react, the way that we approach it. But I wanted to publicly state it is not accountability behind all of this. I get not everybody cares for him. That is your right. But he was respectable enough to reach out to me this morning. Septum was respectable enough to check on me this morning in my live. They're not as bad as people try to make them out to be. Believe it or not, they know boundaries. 100% they know boundaries, and they would not try to push somebody to that point. But there are legitimate people on here that do want to push people to that point. They want to push you to where you're not here on this planet anymore, and that sucks. That sucks.
And it's perfectly fine for people to have difference of opinions, and but it's just that it's somebody's opinion. Don't take what some people are saying as fact. If it's okay to not care for a certain creator, that's totally within your right. But don't take somebody else's opinion as fact.
Just be a positive light for somebody today. It doesn't matter who it is. If you see somebody struggling, just try to be a positive light for them today. That's all I could really ask of anyone. I don't know though. I'm probably gonna end. I got a lot I need to get done. I needed to say the things that I said, and I needed to show the things that I showed. And I also wanted to clear things up when it comes to accountability. I wanted to clear that up because it is not fair to put that label on him when has nothing to do with him. He did not have anything to do with that at all in any way whatsoever. And that's just really all I wanted to say. But I'm telling you guys, I will no longer be participating in certain conversations. If I join your live and that's a conversation that's happening, if I'm in the box, I'm going to respectfully drop. It's not because I have anything to do with you. It's because I do have to protect my peace at the end of the day. And right now, my peace is not doing so well. And I hope that everybody has a great day. And I'll be back on again sometime this weekend, if not tonight. Maybe we will make some skincare together tonight. I don't know. But I will be back on. They're not going to run me off of this app. I love all of you guys, though. Green Eyes, I appreciate you coming up. I'll text you later on. Um,
I do need to talk to you at some point today. So when you have a free moment, please give me a call.
I will. I will. I love you. I love all of you guys
I
in the
love
chat.
you.
And I truly hope everybody has a blessed, positive, peaceful day. Bye, y'all.
Love you all. Bye.